It is the video that y'all have been waiting for. Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicol Concilio, and welcome to the video. I'm very excited today because, oh my god, I need a new tagline. I'm not excited today. No, I'm just kidding. But really, guys, this is the video that you have all been asking for since I posted my glow up photo. Let me get it up for reference. So at the end of December, I had posted this glow up photo and it had everybody shook to the core. Everybody thought I had surgery done. So I had to go on a little rant and say, nah, bitch. But no, for real. I posted this. You guys can see in the photo. I will link it down below. But in the photo, I have a bunch of acne. I know that's very hard to believe because I am very blessed right now to have very nice skin. A lot of people were asking me, what did you do? What were some products you used? How did you get rid of scarring? Bop, bop, bop. And I am here today to tell you guys all about my skincare routine and some products that I have used to really regulate my skin over these years. And also did just want to say this is not a sponsored video. There is one brand in particular that I do use a lot of products from, but this is not a sponsored video. I also do just want to say, this is my skin up close, all raw and personal. I am not one of those YouTubers and never will be one of those YouTubers who use a smoothing filter. I don't think that that serves a purpose for anyone, personally, in my opinion. I think that it's very unrealistic, especially to young girls who watch beauty YouTubers and look up to us. I would never want to hide something or be ashamed of something or have a little girl be like, oh, I wish my skin looked like that. Or even an older woman. I wouldn't want anybody to feel a certain way about something that isn't true. And this is no shade to anybody who does use smoothing filters. Do what you gotta do, but you will not get that here on my channel. So first, before I get into it, I'm gonna zoom you guys on in so we can dissect my skin a little bit. I can show you up close and personal more about my skin, some of where my problem areas are, and yeah, so I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so up close and personal, and I am going to be looking in the monitor a lot for this part, just so I know what I'm pointing to for you guys. Up close and personal, when I was growing up, I had a lot of forehead blemishes. You guys can see that my forehead really doesn't have any currently. When you get a pimple, it's actually kind of your body telling you in a way what is wrong with your insides. I know that sounds so weird, but if you get a lot of forehead pimples, that's usually a digestive and bathroom issue. If you get some on your chin, it's usually hormonal. So there's definitely a lot of reasons for acne and stuff like that. For me, I tend to, you could see I have some redness around here right now. That is honestly all hormonal. It's because it's about to be that time of the month, ladies. You know what I mean? And for me, my driest parts of my skin are all in this area. I would say my nose right here, if you were to feel it right now, it literally feels like sandpaper. I feel like that's a very Italian thing though, that a lot of Italians have dry skin. So if you are Italian, leave me a comment down below because I'm very curious. Me and my dad both have very dry skin, and I feel like my sister kind of has dry skin a little bit too. I do have some scarring over here, and I don't know if you guys can really see it. Honestly, it's from a very, very long time ago. I have two little, I call them my little craters because they look like little moon craters. But I have two of them right here. I mean, I would say my skin is looking pretty good today. I don't have too much of an uneven skin tone or many breakouts. I just have a little bit of redness in this area. I feel like that could also be from the fact that I had makeup on recently from 5 a.m. to literally 1 in the morning. So that could probably be the problem as well. I don't normally ever wear makeup for that long. So yeah, this is just a little dissection so you guys can see what some of my problem areas are. And yeah, I don't really have very much so dark circles, so I don't really tend to use anything that brightens your dark circles. I mean, I do have some stuff, but that's not a main focus of mine. For me, my main focus is the dryness of my skin. It's also my problem areas. I would say my hormonal breakouts when it's that time of the month. Sorry if this is TMI for some people watching. I know that that's kind of a squeamishy topic. And I would say every now and then I do get a bad pimple or two on my forehead, but that is a very rare occasion, and that is when, honestly, there's no other way to say this, and I'm being very open and honest, it is when I have problems going to the bathroom. So that's usually why that happens. Your forehead has to do with digestion, like I said. I'm gonna actually leave you guys zoomed in just so you can get a better look at my skin and all of the things that I do throughout this video. Guys, look at my brow growth, by the way. I'm feeling it. So yeah, I am going to shut up. This is probably the longest intro I've done in a really long time, but I have a lot to say in this video, and let's get into these products, shall we? So one of the products I want to talk to you guys about, this was something that I used back in the day when I had a lot of acne. It is called, and I have it on my phone here, Percy Gel 10 from Clean and Clear. This is what the photo looks like of the product. It basically comes in a clear box. It's like blue and then the tube is white, and it's the maximum strength one. I don't recall the actual instructions, but me and my sister would actually use this as a spot treatment. So I will link all of the products I use down below. That way you guys can go and check them out. But this is the product that initially helped my skin out so much back in the day when I was going through my pubescent kind of acne. And I will tell you this much, my acne was so bad that one day I literally had someone on the school bus coming home from like middle school. Someone asked me if I had poison ivy on my forehead, and someone goes, "No, those are zits." And that literally to this day has still stuck with me. So I totally know what it's like to have bad skin, even though some of you guys may be like, "No, Nicole, you have no idea." But I do, trust me. Another big factor that I feel like helped me out a lot, and I am a little bit hesitant saying this because I don't want a bunch of young kids running to their parents asking for this, but I do feel like birth control helped me out a lot. The only reason I went on birth control when I was like 18 years old was because my menstrual cycle was really irregular and my acne was so bad. I was put on the birth control Yaz. That is the birth control that I still use to this day, and I've had nothing but amazing experiences with it. I do feel like it definitely played a big role in helping my acne, but I want to stress to the gods, if there are any young girls under 18 watching this, unless if it's for medically necessary reasons, do not go to your parents and ask them for birth control. I do not want to be the one encouraging that. I am just being blatantly open and honest with you guys on products that I really do think have helped me get to where I am today with my skin. A lot of other beauty gurus or like just people in general, I feel like wouldn't say that part, but it's played a big role in me getting rid of my acne, so I definitely didn't want to leave it out. Now I am going to shut up and actually start doing my skincare routine, but I did just want to mention those two things before we got started. Okay guys, so let me just clip my hair back so it's not going everywhere. Oh. So step one, I have my little damp towel here with warm water. I'm just going to use it to moisten my skin, dampen it up a little bit. The towel is pretty warm, and I'm using this to kind of open up my pores as well. And before I get into all of this, you guys know I get my facials done with Yoli Glow. I also want to just give her a big shout out and a big thank you because she definitely has played a huge role in my current skincare routine. And again, this is not sponsored by any brand or anyone specifically. I just want to give credit where credit is due, so thank you, Yoli. So now that my skin is moist, I'm going to be taking from Tatcha, this is called the Pure One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. So this oil is really good for helping if you have makeup, if you want to remove some of your makeup products or anything like that. This is a really great cleanser. It almost, like if you look at it, it's like very clear, and if you rub it together, you don't really see much of a difference. When you have a lot of water on your face, it will turn like a milky color, which is totally fine and normal. But for the most part, this is a clear kind of cleanser, and I like to use it like everywhere and really get it into the skin. This cleanser also is very hydrating, which I really like. I do not want to use a cleanser that's going to dry my skin, especially when I already have dry skin to begin with. So now I'm going to take my little cloth over here and start to wipe this away. Usually the cleanser comes in handy the most when you want to take off your makeup and stuff like that. This is a great cleanser to do so. Okay guys, your skin should feel very squeaky clean right now. So for this next step, I feel like this one is the most fun, if I'm being completely honest. And I actually thought of using brand new bottles that didn't look as grungy as these because I keep this in the shower with me, but I was like, nah, I'm going to show them what it looks like. That's no worries. So now I'm going to be taking the Tatcha Polish Classic Rice Enzyme Powder. This is a gentle exfoliant. This exfoliant is so gentle that you could literally use it almost every single day. And I don't tend to use it every day. I would say I use it every other day. But this is really good for you dry-skinned people like myself. And the top kind of has like a push to open type of thing. And I have my little Tatcha bowl here that I'm going to be pouring this into. I like to use a lot of this. Like this, Yoli, if you're watching, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to give you a heart attack with the amount of the stuff I used. And I have a little brush. So I kind of mix it together in this bowl and it should look something like this. It almost looks a little bit like oatmeal-y. I don't know how to explain it. And then I'm just going to take this brush and kind of brush this onto the skin. Since I have such dry skin, I focus it in the areas that I want the most. So for me, like this exfoliant is really great for around my nose. And the more water you add to the classic rice enzyme, the more soapy it gets. So if you don't want it to be super soapy like this, you don't have to. I like it to be soapy because I feel like I'm really cleaning something, you know what I mean? And I love this brush, it's so soft. I just kind of like go back and forth with this brush a bunch of times. And the exfoliant is so good that you don't even really need to use your hands. I mean, in the shower, I use my hands. This is just a special occasion that I'm using the brush for you guys. Look at that. So yeah, if you are one of those people that feel like you have to go in with your hands, you totally can. Okay, so now I'm going to take my damp cloth again, and I am just going to wipe all of this off. And even just from like doing this little exfoliant, I feel like such a difference with my skin already. It doesn't feel nearly as dry in the areas that were when I started. So that's why I really, really just love this exfoliant. So another product from Tatcha, this is like one of the last kind of products I'm going to be talking about from Tatcha, but this is called The Essence, and it's a very, very, very important step because after you do all of this exfoliating and the cleansing, you want to make sure you open up the pores of your skin even more so that your moisturizer, your eye creams, all of that jazz, so that everything can go right into the skin. So I'm going to be taking this, and it comes out like water, like you're going to be like shocked. It's just like that, and you just kind of take it and push it into your skin, and it just opens up all of your pores so that all of the skincare goes even deeper into the skin. So now after all of your skin is washed and clean and feeling squeaky, moisturizer, this is the most important part. And I want to reiterate this, especially for oily skinned people, because I feel like oily skinned people think, I don't want to use a thick moisturizer, I don't want to use a heavy moisturizer, I don't want to use an oil or anything like that. And moisturizing an oil is actually one of the most important part of your beauty and skincare routine that you should be doing, especially if you have oily skin, because the way that your skin works is if it feels like there's already oil on it, it won't produce more, which is like kind of like a crazy way of tricking the system. So if you have oily skin, please, please, please don't be afraid to use a nice moisturizer, an oil, or anything like that. So first step, what I like to do is actually take my Dermalogica Nightly Lip Treatment. This is an amazing product, especially for women who are over like the age of 30 or getting into their 30s, or even if you're in your mid-20s like me. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm 25. This is amazing because it works to prevent wrinkles and kind of like crow's feet around the lips, and also really hydrates your lips. So this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna pump a little bit out. All you need is like one pump, and I'm just gonna like dot it around my lip, and then all you need to do is just kind of rub it in. And I actually take it around my lips too. I kind of push upwards and away in circles. I also like to take it on my smile lines a little bit as well. And that's really all you need, is just like one good pump. I don't normally do this step during the day because it's meant for overnight, but I did want to include it because I do tend to do my skincare more in the nighttime. So usually this is the part where I would do like a type of mask if I wanted to. There are 3 masks I want to show and talk to you guys about. I don't feel like I personally need a skin mask right now, so that's why I'm not not going to do it, but I will show you the ones that I use and what I use them for. So when I feel like I have a lot of blackheads, or when I feel like I just have a lot of dirt and gunk, I tend to do this after an airplane ride or like a long car ride or something. I like to use the Supermud from GLAMGLOW. This is like a charcoal mask, and it just sucks everything out of your skin, and I love it so much. This is what the inside looks like, so you get that kind of charcoal-y feel. And with every GLAMGLOW mask, I believe you do get a brush to like apply it, which is really good. Obviously, I'm using and ruining a lot of my own makeup brushes by using them to do masks, so it's always great to have a brush that comes with the product. Another mask from GLAMGLOW that I wanted to mention, and I actually keep this in the refrigerator because I just love the way it feels when it's cold, but this is the firming mask. This is the original one. GLAMGLOW has done a lot of really cool ones with their firming treatment. I think they've done like a Sonic the Hedgehog, they've done a Power Rangers, they have the new glitter mask, but this is the original one. This is the Gravity Mud firming treatment. This is what it looks like inside. This is the original gangster one. It's kind of silvery, pearlized. This is great for fine lines and tightening your skin. If you ever feel like, oh, my skin's getting a little loose, it's getting a little flabby, I really, really love to use this product. This is a product as well that you can use almost every single day if you want to. I try to use it at least once a week just to tighten and firm everything up. You know what I mean? And then one of the last masks I want to show you guys is from Tatcha. This is their, I believe it's the Violet Sea Radiance mask. It is purple. It looks really, really cool inside. I love the color of this. But this is a perfect mask for brightening your skin. So if you ever feel like your skin is dull, needs a little pick-me-up, this is perfect to use. I recommend you leaving this on for like 10 to 15 minutes. You can leave it on for longer, but I usually don't like to let anything sit on my skin for more than 15 minutes. Also, be careful if you do have sensitive skin with this mask, because some brightening products can be harsh on sensitive skin. I haven't personally had an issue with this, but just throwing it out there. Okay, so let's move on to our under eyes. I'm going to be going in with the Luminous Deep Hydration Firming Eye Serum from Tatcha. I also keep this in my refrigerator because it has like a ceramic tip here, so it feels very, very cooling. And I like to do my eye cream before I put on my entire face moisturizer, just so this seeps in a little bit more. And I'm just going to kind of put it on under there, and oh my god, I love the way this feels. And put it on my eye, and I also bring it kind of up. I have these like little veins here that I like to kind of get rid of, and you can bring it up on your eye as well. And I know it's very, very hard to tell on camera, but this is something that I see because it's my face. I'm looking at it every single day. I have these like little deep set lines here. Since I have started using this hydration firming kind of like eye cream, I feel like those lines have slowly been going away, and I'm very excited about that. So then just doing the same thing to this eye over here. I also did just want to say, and I kind of wish I put this disclosure in earlier in the video, but everybody does skincare differently. I am not a dermatologist. I'm nowhere near even close to being one, but this is just what I do. You don't have to do this. If you don't like something that I do, please by all means don't do it. I just am showing you guys like my routine and what has been working for me. Now there are two creams that I like to use to moisturize my face, and it really just depends on how my skin is feeling and doing that day. So I typically, for an everyday moisturizer, like to use the water cream from Tatcha. It's a very lightweight, almost jelly-like texture, and you guys can see I am literally scraping the bottom of this. And the other cream I want to show you guys, hang on, I gotta go grab it in my mini fridge. On days that I feel like my skin is extra dry, I like to use the Tatcha Supple Moisture Rich Silk Cream. This is a very rich cream, hence the name, but I really like it for when my skin is very, very dry. And they also have another product called the Silk Cream, which is also amazing for people who really want a nice thick moisturizer. And I believe Dermalogica has an amazing moisturizer as well. I just can't find it anywhere. I don't know where I put it. I feel like I may have left it in San Diego, but that also is a very, very, very good moisturizing cream as well. So I'm gonna go on into this puppy right here, and let's dab some of this onto the face like so. Now is the fun part. You can rub it all in, and it just feels so good. My god, it's like the coolest texture ever. If there is one product that I want you guys to get or encourage you guys to get throughout this entire video, it is the water cream. It is so amazing. I love it so much. I also really like to use the water cream underneath my foundation, like as a pre-step to my primer. I feel like it's nice to have a hydrating layer on underneath. Okay, so now that we are really hydrated, we're looking dewy and smooth, I like to use a beauty oil. You definitely don't have to do this step. This is for me. This is for my dry skin people out there. This is the Gold Camellia Beauty Oil, and it has like little flakes of gold in it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I usually will just take this, use the little dropper it comes with, and I'll just kind of put it on my nose and around this area here, and I'll just rub it in. I really only do this when my skin is like really dry and just like giving me a hard time. I feel like this extra beauty oil just really helps that situation out. And like I said, I really only focus it on my nose. You don't have to be afraid of oil, guys. Oil is your friend. Okay, guys, so I zoomed you on out. I'm taking my hair down. So pretty much that is my skincare routine. I definitely don't do all of these steps every single day, but this is like when I'm doing my full-blown, all-out skincare routine. I will link all of the products and list all of the products down below for you guys. I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I hope that you learned something. If there's any questions you have, please leave me comments down below. I will make sure to try my best to answer as much as I can to my knowledge. Also, one part of the skincare routine that I obviously can't do and I don't know how to do is skin extractions, like getting rid of the pimples and the zits or anything like that. If you are interested in seeing that, leave me a comment down below, because when I go and get my facials done by Yoli, I can ask her if we could maybe film it or do something like that for you guys to see and to see how extractions kind of work. But that's really only if you guys are really interested. If not, then I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below, hunty. What are you waiting for? And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is a highly anticipated video, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I love y'all so much. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye.